Are you satisfied with the number of customers you're getting from your website? If not, then this short presentation will change your life. Today you'll uncover the website secret to flooding your offline business with buying customers for free. You're a fool if you read another word on this web page. These words pounced at me from off the screen. I stopped reading immediately, squirming uncomfortably in my seat. Then I boiled and raged as I muttered to myself, how dare this stranger call me a fool? He doesn't even know me. And yet I found myself sucked in, hungrily lapping up every single word. As I screeched to a halt at the bottom of the web page, I breathlessly clicked the Buy Now button, unable to stop the inevitable. This web page had accomplished its purpose. Number 1, shock me into reading the page by creating a very powerful, responsive emotion in me. And number 2, compel me to take decisive, immediate action by maintaining that emotion right to the end. And that's what you can accomplish with your website today. If you'll watch this presentation all the way to the end, you'll uncover the secret sauce that turns a lifeless web page into an irresistible sales message. And just like I was, your web page visitors will be sucked in and will be hungrily lapping up every single word. Not only that, but in a matter of minutes, they'll be calling you up or driving to your shop and yanking out their wallets to buy your product. And once this secret clicks for you, the challenge you're facing now, converting website visitors into walk-in customers, will be a thing of the past. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and paper, and let me reveal to you the one thing that is holding you back from finding new customers from your website. I'll also share with you 3 simple tips that will boost your web page conversions today and have you singing all the way to the bank. Warning, if you come back tomorrow and this presentation is gone, don't say I didn't warn you. By the way, this is unlike anything you've ever seen before. And if you give me just a few minutes of your time, you'll be blown away because I'm not holding anything back as I uncover the mysteries that have taken me over a decade to uncover. Because I really want to help you find out that turning your web page visitors into buying customers isn't rocket science, and you don't have to pour in tons of money into fancy online marketing to do it. Will you watch to the end so I can deliver on these promises? Great. Hi, I'm Nompilo, and I help brick-and-mortar businesses find customers from their websites. Time and again, I've proved to business owners that the same website ninja tactics I'll share with you today work like magic every time, no matter what industry you're in. And these are the same tactics that Ted uses. Who's Ted? I hear you ask. Well, we'll have to rewind to 2006. Ted and Matt are best friends and software developers. They're fed up with a demanding boss and low pay. And as young men intent on starting families someday, they want more. So they decide to go it alone just 2 years after college. In the first 2 years of their software development business, Ted and Matt are crushing it. Their company slowly grows to a modest 10 employees. But then, intense arguments and different goals shake the growing business and their friendship. Matt wants to go really big, maybe even global, but Ted loves their modest size and wants to grow local customer relationships. The two decide their friendship is more important than the business. And just as the 2008 financial crisis strikes, they part ways. Matt moves his family 2,000 miles away, and Ted struggles with paying the bills and surviving the global financial meltdown. He is forced to let all his employees go, but steadily works to bring his software development business back to life. I met Ted at the beginning of 2009 and introduced him to the website ninja tactics you'll learn today. And the rest, as they say, is history. Ted and Matt met earlier this year at a software development event in Las Vegas. And over dinner, they both realized that Ted is drastically more successful than Matt. Ted has grown to a respectable 15 employees and enjoys the comfort of a 4-month waiting list of clients. He has an unbelievable cash flow, and his personal lifestyle is even better. With a summer home in Hawaii and an annual high 6-figure income, Ted and his wife are living the American dream. And Ted seems to have more time on his hands too. He donates not just his money, but also his time to the charities that are dear to his heart. Ted gets to be a hero, not just to his wife and children, but to countless others who are unable to help themselves. Matt, on the other hand, followed his dream and entered the global market, and is competing with underpaid programmers from Asia who are perfectly happy to work for $1 an hour. He's weighed down with stress and worry about the extra long hours, missed holidays and non-existent weekends, the 6-figure debt and looming bankruptcy, the next client, and wondering where and how he will find him or her, the heart attack that he survived 2 years ago, and the constant warnings from his doctor to slow down. Things are so bad at home that his wife, who's faithfully supported him through all this, has convinced him that it's time to get back into the job market, which of course is unthinkable. So he's convinced her that this industry event is his very last shot. And if this fails, he'll have to suck it up and work for somebody else as a programmer. As he tells his story, Matt's voice cracks up the dreadful thought. Ted reveals to Matt the simple ninja tactics that propelled him from a one-man band during the financial meltdown to an exhilarating and fulfilling lifestyle today. It dawns on Matt that this epic meeting will propel him further than he's ever dared to dream. As he breathlessly scribbles notes and fires Ted with multiple questions, he instantly feels that fire burning within him, the old excitement bubbling up again for the first time in years. And for a moment, he catches a glimpse of the life that could be his. The simple website ninja techniques that I shared with Ted were a game changer. Ted shared them with Matt, and Matt decided to take action too, and has never looked back since. You may believe, just like Matt, that your biggest problem is getting the next customer, or making enough money to pay your employees, or struggling with failing health because you're way down with worry. And yes, these are very big problems, but the biggest and most real problem is that you've been lied to. Yes, you were deceived before you even decided to put up a website. And that's the shocking truth. This is the biggest problem that is holding you back from finding new customers using a website. The internet, powerful engine that it is, has been hailed as the solution for businesses looking for customers. Just put up a website, you're told, and the customers will come. And when you really think about it, it does make sense. Over 3 billion people worldwide are connected to the internet, so it's logical. Just plug your website and there'll be a surge of customers, right? Well, wrong. You're still struggling to find buying customers from your website, aren't you? And that's because you just didn't stand a chance against the logic. 3 billion people? It's not your fault that they scammed you, because all they're interested in is your money, not your success. And who are these liars duping thousands of business owners daily? The web designers, online marketers, hosting companies and agents who helped you set up and launch your website. They didn't give a damn that you wanted a website that would skyrocket your sales. They didn't bother to reveal to you the ninja tactics that would propel your sales into the 6-figure range. And very likely, they didn't know about these tactics. And where has this left you? Those lies have all but destroyed your chances of the success you desire and deserve. But don't worry, I'm going to reveal how easy it is if you apply my ninja tricks to reach your sales goals within a very short time. So please don't blame yourself if your website is not performing anywhere near what you thought it would. And please understand, I'm not saying that your business doesn't need a website. Far from it. A website is an indispensable part of your business. But because these sharks know that your website will never really work, they use it against you. But the lies end today. In less than a minute, I'm going to give you the solution to this. The 3 tips I promised you earlier, and you can act on these today, the moment you stop watching this video. Before I go any further, I'm going to shift gears a little, so please stay with me, don't get lost. I'll stop talking about websites and web pages and talk about your landing page instead. A landing page? That's the page your customers land on when they click a link in an email, an ad, or another website because something piqued their interest and they wanted to find out more. Something made them think, this could be what I'm looking for. And then what happens? When they land on your landing page, that leads into my first tip, the fatal mistake that turns your landing page visitors off, and they scram as soon as they start reading the very first line. With just 8 seconds to catch their attention, you absolutely must avoid using vague, lukewarm headlines. Have you ever had lukewarm tea or lukewarm ice cream for that matter? Just the thought makes my stomach churn. The same way it turns when I see vague, lukewarm headlines. Headlines that evoke no response whatsoever from anybody. Headlines that are so general they target everybody and nobody. When your visitors open your landing page, they should have one of 2 very distinct reactions. Number 1, this is not for me. Or number 2, where on earth have you been all my life? So how do you accomplish this in your headline? Very simply, arouse a powerful emotion in your headline and a specific benefit that your prospect is dying to have. And you'll never have to worry about your landing page visitors clicking the dreaded back button. You'll also accomplish what few business owners even think about. Weed out those visitors not interested in your product or service and catch the full attention of your intended audience, stopping them in their tracks, grabbing them by the lapels and yanking them into onto your landing page. Just imagine what your life will look like when you bust out vague, lukewarm headlines starting today. Just like Ted, you'll wake up every morning knowing that you have a waiting list of customers dying to buy from you. So how do you bust boring headlines forever? How can you use the emotion benefit trigger to get your landing pages read? You can do this by arousing such a burning curiosity in your page visitors that they absolutely have to read your message now. Just like the headline I showed you at the beginning of this presentation. Do you remember it? You're a fool if you read another word on this webpage. Do you remember how I squirmed and boiled and raged and still went on to read the page? And more importantly, I bought the product and loved it. In the exact same way, hit that curious spot, that one strong emotion with a sledgehammer, and you'll never have to worry about vague, boring headlines again. Which leads me to my second tip for boosting sales from your landing page. Write your landing page the way you talk with a dear friend, a friend who knows nothing about your business. Can you picture what you'd say about your business which is not on your landing page right now? Can you feel the excitement bubbling up again? Those boring technical terms are really not doing you any good. They're not showing your website readers the value that you offer, your care, your ironclad guarantee, your world-class customer service. And if you'd like to maintain the hold you had on your page visitor after the headline and actually sink it in even deeper, then take 3 really deep breaths. Imagine an actual live human friend sitting opposite you, a dear friend that you haven't seen in a while. Imagine Frank, or whatever your friend's name is, has just asked how your business can change his life. You smile as you think of all your satisfied customers and begin sharing how Frank's life will never be the same again. Not just because of your exceptional product or service, but also because of your special something, that irresistible source that sets you apart from the competition. I don't care whether you sell heavy machinery, clothes, food, or services. This works every time. And it will be so liberating for you, because finally you can forget about the jargon and focus on the story, why you started this business. Focus on your passion, focus on the victories, focus on the changed lives. And guess what? As you enjoy the flow of telling the story, your passion will shine through and your customers will be hooked. You will ignite a passion, a fire in them that will lead to a specific, desirable action. Buying your product or service. They will also talk about your story and your product with everyone they meet. If that ain't free advertising, I don't know what is. Which leads me to my third tip. A tip that will positively blow your landing page conversion out of the water. A tip that is so simple yet so profound, it will surprise you. And the best part is that you can implement it today. You know your product or service is the best in the market. You know that you have that special sauce that your customers will go crazy over. You know that no one else can give it to them like you can. So why aren't you singing your product's praises on the landing page? Why does your reader leave your website thinking, I wonder if so-and-so sells this thing cheaper? Let me check their website. No, no, and no. Your product is the best. It will solve a specific, painful problem for your page visitor, and nobody else can do it for your customers the way you do. Let your landing page shout this message and leave absolutely no doubt in your page visitor's mind that he just has to have this product today. Nothing should stand in his or her way. Shout your uniqueness, share your special sauce, and your customers will be willing to pay anything to get a piece of it. And those are your 3 website ninja tips. Simple, actionable, and with the potential to increase your landing page responses if you actually implement them today. So I challenge you to, number 1, arouse desire and excitement with an emotional, in-your-face headline. Number 2, tell your product story from the heart as if to a close friend. And number 3, share why your product is the best solution for their pressing problem. And you will see a surge in sales all from your website. However, if you really want to join the big guns and open the customer floodgates like never before, there's one component in this formula that is the most important of them all. If you miss this one, you may have an irresistible headline, leave them breathless after reading your story, and convince them that nothing out there even comes close to you. But you will still be leaving money on the table. This missing link has been packaged so you can easily afford it right now. Actually, as I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, it's completely free for now. This radically simple yet effective component will work for you even if you have absolutely no website copy experience, or you are overwhelmed by the sheer volume of online marketing options, or you just don't have time to do the marketing thing, or you're worried about the uncertainty of the economy. If even if you feel as if you've tried absolutely everything. Before we go any further, let me just warn you that this is not for everyone. It's only for you if you're serious about using your website to find hungry buying customers. It's for you if you're proud of your product or service and know that it can change people's lives for the better. But if you're looking for something that's not what I've just described, if you want something that's not as well tested, that hasn't been through the ringer with literally hundreds of world-class case studies, I'd suggest you close this video right now, because this is just not for you. This missing link, the secret sauce to getting more customers from your website, isn't pie-in-the-sky fantasyland nonsense. It's the real deal. And it's only for folks like you who are really serious about using their websites to get more buying customers. What propelled Ted and Matt to reach their income goals? It was knowledge, valuable knowledge that they applied to their websites. What else? An experienced mentor who was able to take them by the hand and show them how all the pieces fit together. And that's what you'll get from me today. So if you're wanting specific, actionable knowledge and an experienced mentor to show you how to find more customers through your website, here's what I'm offering to you absolutely free for today. I will answer your most pressing questions about your website. Just send me your questions at miladigital.com/question, and I'll give you an actionable solution in my monthly free newsletter. By sending your questions today, you can expect to stay streets ahead of your competition, because while everyone else copies what they think is the best website in your industry, yours will be unique and irresistible and written to evoke specific, strong emotions and actions. You'll have a sidekick with extensive website and landing page copywriting experience who will be available to answer all your questions. I'm here to help you, to make absolutely sure that your website is the customer factory that it should be. But what happens if you close this window now and don't make the decision to drop me a question? You'll continue down the path you're on right now and still struggle with the same things that made you sit through this presentation. Your website is making you very little, if any, money, and you're always wondering if the website investment was a waste of money. With competitors springing up at every corner, your customers will start dwindling, and you'll be forced to do what every small business owner dreads: compete on price alone. You dream of the best college for your kids, but that's all it will ever be, just a dream. Not enough customers, not enough money, no free time, and strained relationships. But that's not what I want for you. That's why the Landing Page Ninja newsletter is your only choice right now, because the amount of money you'll make by implementing my solutions is only limited by your hunger for it, your dream. So drop me your most pressing website questions at miladigital.com/question, and I'll walk you through the best actionable solution in my next Landing Page Ninja newsletter. So why am I doing this? Because I'm looking for fresh case studies for my next product. And once I have enough, I'll have to kick the newsletter price back to $39.95 per month. I also don't want to close anyone out. Anyone who is willing to take action and change their business today. If you don't take action now, you will continue to ignore your website and the gnawing feeling that you should be doing something about it. You'll keep struggling to compete with the big guns who are perfectly happy to drop their prices anytime. Your family relations will continue to be strained as you keep working the long hours, missing birthdays, and never taking holidays. Or you could take action right now by sending me your most pressing questions at miladigital.com/question. Remember that it's not your fault your website isn't working for you, but now you know better. It's your responsibility to take action. You owe it to yourself and to your family. Remember, I'm carrying all the risk here. So if you'd like your questions answered by an expert for free, and you'd like to know what's working for business websites right now, don't wait another moment. Get in before we bump the price back up once we have the case studies we want. miladigital.com/question. You have a few choices today. You can keep going at it on your own, and you and I both know you will still be in the same boat months and even years from now. Actually, it's very likely that you'll be worse off than you are now. Or you can take everything I've covered here today and piece it together on your own. That will be a great start, but you won't know what's working now. And you also won't have your toughest questions answered by an experienced landing page ninja. Or you can do the only smart thing and choose to take advantage of my offer today by visiting miladigital.com/question and sending me your most pressing questions. And thanks for watching.